What's good, man? Let's talk about it. Last night, the BT Awards, man. We seen a lot of weird shit. Actually, I did record it, so I think I'm gonna just flip through it while I'm talking about it. Of course, Chris Rock was a host, and he immediately went in. I was wondering how he would do far as hosting. He definitely, man, come on, man, what the fuck? He definitely did his thing far as hosting goes, and we understand that he is unfiltered. He does not feel like he has to water down what he does for anybody, and I don't think he actually did that. I'm trying to remember who opened the show. I can't remember who opened the show. I think it was Pharrell. He opened the show with Missy. It was actually great to see, Missy back in the game. Pharrell did his thing. I didn't understand the aspect of when he started, dancing and doing certain moves and shit. So at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he kind of earned the award that he got later in the show, and he gave props to a lot of people where I feel like sometimes I think Pharrell forgets who he is. Like, dude, you're Pharrell. Like, you create the clips. You created some of the classic songs with Jay-Z. I get you giving props to them, but they should be bound to you. And let's not get it fucked up. Happy was one of the biggest songs in the fucking country for a while. Like, that totally, went past everybody's head. Nobody thought that song would be dope. You know what I mean? And so he opened the show, and that was a good look. Chris Rock definitely, talked a lot of shit. He got on Rick Ross. He got on the whole, Mayweather situation, which I thought that was crazy. That was kind of later in the show. But did y'all see the look on Mayweather's face when he said that? That shit was crazy. Who else who else would perform? Chris Brown. I thought he ain't really was a Chris Brown that was at, the award show a couple years back. When he did that whole flip shit in the air. You know what I mean? He looking a little, weight-wise, you know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was pretty cool, just to see him back. And another thing, though, I was actually glad that they talked about the dude that's in jail, where I guess he's some type of light-skinned cat, where bitches was making that a trending topic. That shit was fucking crazy for the simple fact that bitches was just on this nigga and he's a criminal. And I actually heard that some people wanted to give him 30 grand a month for a reality show or some shit. That shit was crazy. August Alsina, what the fuck was he wearing? And was he crying? And he was like, I wasn't, all that shit. I was like, bro, come on, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, he went extra, with the whole, you know what I mean? Like, what other new artist was out there that was really doing it like that? But after everything, you know what I'm saying, that nigga was ranting and doing, and they still gave him an award, I had to say, wow, like, BT, god damn, y'all, like that. Yeah. Moving on. Who else we had on the show? Lil Wayne, I didn't understand what he was wearing. That shit to me was weird as fuck. Like, what was you wearing? Keke Palmer, what the fuck was that dress? That shit was like looking crazy. You know what I mean? With the gold joint in the front, and yeah, I didn't understand that. And it's like she couldn't goddamn read teleprompter and shit, and it was just weird. A lot of this weird fuck shit that went on in the show. Now, Lil Wayne performance. Like, hold on, y'all. What was this nigga thinking? Do y'all see what he wearing? That shit is crazy. What is that? What was that? I didn't understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that shit? You know what I mean? Moving on. I think that was the song Crazy. And then he did Believe Me, which was weird. Drake was not there. I don't even know what's the deal with Drake. Is he not fucking with them no more? Is he not signed with them? I didn't understand. Why did they actually let Lil Wayne perform? He has nothing on the charts that's topping. Now, Nick Cannon, right? Did he not look crazy? Like, the nigga got a fro and he got a pick through it, look like a reject ass Ice Cube. And then the chick that was gonna be in a Aaliyah biopic and she opted out of it. Y'all just so, why was y'all so hard on her? You know what I'm saying? It's like she has the frame for Aaliyah, you know what I mean? But she's not as light skinned. But come on, they made a TLC biopic and put it on TV. So why was y'all so hard on her? But yeah,
oh yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Save your money.
Where was her chest at? No offense, I know she's like a youngin', but I was like, yo, what was that? And what the fuck was she wearing, bro? Like, I didn't understand that. I'm like, a lot of these people to be celebrities, they can't dress for shit. I like who they gave Tamala. They gave her the Gospel Award. I thought that shit was dope. They had the cast of what's that show on BT now? The Game. I don't know why the fuck they had them on there. Who still watches that show? That shit is ridiculous that they still had that on there. Of course, Keke Palmer was on there. Terrence J. John Legend performed, which was great. Did y'all see Robin Thicke performance though? Yo, Jhené Aiko performed. I thought that was great, but it could have been like a little better for her singing live. But Robin Thicke, salute him because he wants his woman back for real. I think the name of his album is called Paula. Like, yeah. Mike Tyson, I didn't see that aspect of it. He was on stage.
He just signed a new deal. Too bad it was a plea deal. Give it up for Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown, like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? His performance, Lil Wayne was on stage with him. I think they did that song, These Girls Ain't Loyal, you know, and he looked normal in his performance. But I was wondering, like, all these niggas wearing red, like, what kind of fucking shit was that? Like, it's like Bloods or something. Like, her Lil Durk was there, you know, him and Game worked out their situation, and then some niggas shot at Game tour bus. That shit was crazy, so it is what it is. And people are saying, yeah, Durk is a real G for going to the West Coast and yada, yada, yada. Man, who give a fuck about that? You see, he wasn't at the BET Awards performing, though, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But what else happened? I'm trying to, like, wrap this shit up and not make this video too long. Let's just get to the elephant in the room. Did y'all see Nicki Minaj throw some fucking shade at the whole rap game? Iggy Azalea? Because they say when Iggy performed that Nicki Minaj was like at the camera doing some type of face shit. I didn't see all that. A lot of this shit I didn't see because I wasn't really watching it. Usher looked crazy with the raccoon joining his head. Like, bro, what the fuck was you thinking? I think he performed better for singing wise, but not really dancing. Chris Brown danced better, but really wasn't singing live. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope to see how the old with the new. You know what I mean? That was actually a good look. Pharrell won an award, like I said. You know, he giving his props. I'm sorry I'm all over the whole place with the award show, but it is what it is. I think Kevin Durant got an award for Best Athlete or something like that. What else? But yeah, Nicki Minaj totally just went crazy. Jennifer Hudson, I forgot about her performance. That was great to see that. Yeah, Pharrell won twice, I see. Nicki definitely threw shade at goddamn Iggy, though. You know what I'm saying? Her performance was dope. You hear it? Shit dope, right? But I just still wish that she didn't do that song. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, she had the Chirac shit popping. She should have just did that shit. You know, it'd have been dope. She brought a little herb or whatever, you know what I mean? Or Game and did his little verse on it. Something different, but that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? But Keisha Cole, really, tour. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Iggy, I haven't seen her performance, so I definitely want to see her performance. Like, I had seen that she went on stage and dipped out. Actually, it wasn't her song. Didn't they do the mediocre shit? And T.I., that song is fucking horrible. Like, you have a list of #1 hits and you come out with a song like that? That shit is horrible. Young Cuz did his performance, August Alsina. That shit was alright. I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. Trey Songz. And then Chris Brown. All on stage with this nigga. And it's like, yo, what are you and this nigga supposed to be beefing? Like, he dissed this nigga in every interview. Like, I don't want to talk about that Trey Songz shit, yada, yada, yada. But yet and still, you performing with this fuck nigga. I thought that was the most sucker shit. Like, yo, you can't never talk that tough guy shit and you on stage with him. I get everybody get along in hip-hop, but at the same time, it's like, yo, what the fuck was that shit about? Because you was basically saying he a bitch-ass nigga, and then but you doing a fucking performance with him. Weird. Lionel Richie got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Salute to him. I still think it's crazy that anybody in the era of Michael Jackson is still breathing and Mike ain't, regardless of what Mike did in his personal life. Still, it's just crazy because Lionel Richie, Smokey Robinson, them was like still older cats, and Mike was like 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I mean? Singing better than them. That shit was crazy. But he still looked cool for his age, though. I will say that. Long face, moon face ass nigga, though, Lionel Richie, but it's still cool. He performed. That was pretty dope. My mom went crazy for that. I kind of don't like, I don't knock when they had an old school performers, but it's like, I understand why they made the BET, Hip Hop Awards. These are BET Awards, but the Hip Hop Awards, I get why they, made them, because it's just like, shit, it's geared towards hip hop. You know what I mean? What else was on this motherfucker? It just was a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like, that basically just was it, you know what I mean? We got trolled by BET. Definitely we got trolled. Because it was like, Beyonce and Jay-Z gonna be there. Beyonce and Jay-Z gonna be there. And we got fucking trolled where they made it a goddamn performance, but it was on tour. You know what I mean? If I'm missing anything, forgive me, but that's basically just where I was at with it. You know what I mean? I watched this shit. It was cool. Nicki, like I said, went on stage and gave her acceptance speech. Definitely threw shade. They saying towards Iggy, but it is what it is. I mean, what bitch actual in hip hop don't write their own rhymes? I mean, come on. Yeah, it did seem like she was on drugs or some shit, like high or something, like off some coke or pill, Molly or something, because she was just tripping. Like, what the fuck was up with that shit? And Lil Wayne throwing the mic down, was that not classic? I thought that was just so classic, so vintage. Lil Wayne just throwing the mic down. And then the dude that came after him paused and was like, the mic is broke now. You know what I mean? Then Chris Rock at the end just, good night, y'all. You know what I mean? So, it was okay, but for me, the best BET Hip Hop Awards is going to be 2001 when Jay-Z performed and did H to the Izzo. That's going to be my favorite awards. That's it. It's nothing that can top that in my personal opinion, because I didn't think that it'd last this long. Like, maybe that was some shit they'd do 1 or 2, maybe 3 years, but it's still here, and since I was a teenager, this shit been out, so I don't know. It was cool. I give it about, out of a 10, I gave it a 7, 7.5 out of 10. It was straight. Like I said, if I missed anything, sorry, I didn't watch, all of it. I was trying to, pack clothes and wash clothes and clean the house and do a lot of shit, in between time. So y'all let me know what y'all best moments was, and other than that, I'm out, man. 1.